All right, y'all. So DDP Dricus Du Plessis gets it done versus Sean Strickland. I just finished watching the fight. Yeah, he's literally the middleweight version of a prime Tony Ferguson. His striking is awkward. All these guys that fight him say the same exact thing, and it kind of reminds me of when Tony Ferguson was in his prime, and people were always talking about like guys from his weight class, Dustin Poirier, all of them at that time were just saying how he's very unorthodox, very awkward, doesn't do anything correctly, out of control, not technical, weird. And a lot of people couldn't wait to face Tony Ferguson because of that, and also because he would always get hurt. The difference with Du Plessis is that he always looks like he's tired. On his rise and his come up, it seemed like that way, especially before he got his nose surgery. But once he got his nose surgery, got his nose fixed, and then he had that fight against Robert Whittaker, and he just blew through him. From there, it was just like, okay, this guy actually has good cardio, because just the way how he was having to breathe through his mouth in his previous fights, like when he fought against Darren Till, like when he fought against Brad Tavares, these were the fights that DDP was having where he really did look like he was tired, but it was initially because he was breathing through his mouth. It made it seem like there was an opening there for him, and these guys at middleweight couldn't wait to face him. And he's been on a tear, man. I've watched every single DDP fight since his debut. Was it on Fight Island? Did he have a debut on Fight Island? I'm not sure, but since the Brad Tavares fight, I think he might have had a fight or two before that. But yeah, he's been insane. He's been phenomenal. And that's pretty much what I really wanted to get at in terms of Du Plessis, is how awkward he is, and him being very similar to prime Tony Ferguson. Only difference is he's not getting hurt. He just seems as if he's tired. He's very awkward. He's very out of control, but he has great cardio. Like once he had the nose surgery, his cardio got even better because he didn't have to only just breathe through his mouth. And yeah, I don't really know. Actually, I do know. His next fight is going to be against Hamza. I'm expecting him to lose that fight, if I'm being honest. Although Du Plessis does have good cardio, I don't think it's going to be easy, but styles make fights, guys. It's not about how many fights Du Plessis has won, because, I mean, in all those fights that Du Plessis has won, who has he beaten as an actual wrestler? Like, we know what Hamza's coming with, so there's not a single fight that I can remember that Du Plessis has had where he's actually beat somebody that's a really good wrestler. I'm trying to get to share dog very quick. Just give me a second. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video, by the way, man. Make sure y'all boys drop a like on this video. So yeah, all of his wins, his debut in UFC, I didn't see that fight. Yeah, so I missed a fight or two. I missed his fight versus Trevin Giles. I missed the fight versus Marcus Perez. Those were his first two fights in UFC. The first fight I've actually seen him fight was against Brad Tavares. But from there, they're strikers. The Derek Brunson was a good win. But to be fair, guys, if we're talking about wrestling, we know that Derek Brunson really had no chin and was very, very prone to just getting his chin touch and the fight being over. But Derek Brunson is the only wrestler in a sense that Du Plessis has faced. Everybody else has been strikers. Sean Strickland twice, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker, Darren Till, Brad Tavares. So I don't really know how he beats Hamza. I really don't know how. I genuinely believe I'm 80% sure he's gonna lose that fight. As for Sean Strickland, I mean, obviously he's gonna have to work really hard to get another title shot again. But I mean, shout out to him, right? He's won the fights he needed to win to get to this point, and it's just kind of the next man up. You know what I'm saying? It's the next man up. I think the UFC should do it. Hamza should just get the next title shot because he was higher ranked than Imavov. I don't know if they gave Imavov that number 2 spot because he beat Izzy. They might have done that. But I don't think we really want to see Hamza versus Imavov. I'd rather see Hamza get the title shot. I feel like if he fights Imavov, we all know that Hamza's going to win that fight. Wow, so they actually did give the spot to Nasruddin. So Nasruddin is actually ranked number 2. Hamza's ranked number 3. This is going to be interesting to see what the UFC is going to do here. Obviously, I think they're going to give it to Hamza. He's a way bigger name. They could put Nasruddin on ice. I think he's done enough to get a title shot. He's on his win streak and he beat Izzy. He knocked Izzy out. So very interesting times at middleweight. Not too interesting, but just in terms of who's next for the title shot. If I'm the UFC, I think I would just give the first title shot to Hamzat and then just put Nasruddin on ice, because it doesn't make sense for him to fight anyone else. Some people may say, oh, fight Sean Strickland, but then what happens if Sean Strickland beats Nasruddin? Does he get another title shot, a third title shot after one win? So I don't think that makes sense. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The card was boring. I didn't really watch the fights. The fights weren't really that good for me to watch anyways. I'm not about to sit here and watch all these random fights that were kind of boring. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit notification bell, guys. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in terms of MMA down below in the comment section, and I'll drop them for y'all. But yeah, until next time, I'll see y'all boys later, man. Peace.